Hi folks, this is Vince and Vinnie Jr. with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to go over Vinnie's top 10 favorite games for 2016. I'm going to throw this into the DGA awards because he's got some great ones here. Number 10, Zombie Dice. And this is board games and video games. So why Zombie Dice? What do you like about that game?
It's simple. It's very small. In the case, it's really just a few dice. So it's 13 dice in a little circle container. So it's very portable.
And it's very easy to play too, like you said.
You just have to roll dice and see who gets the most brains.
Push your luck. Yeah, it's a great push your luck game. Number 9, Dungeon Defenders 1. There's a 2 out there, but I don't care for that as much. I'm assuming you don't either. You haven't played 2, have you?
No.
You've played 1 for the Xbox 360, and you've also played it on the computer at one point in time. Why do you like Dungeon Defenders? I mean, it's
a tower defense. It's a 3D tower defense.
Yeah, it's like Orcs Must Die.
It's a very cooperative. It's very easy cooperative on the Xbox. You don't need Xbox Live at all. It's really just getting control.
Yeah, Xbox Live, you can join up and co-op with multiple people on the same TV.
And a lot of games, you need that in order to play it.
So yeah, Dungeon Defenders, excellent tower defense game, but you can control the character. And a lot of tower defense games, you cannot control characters like that. Number 8 is Awesomenauts. Now again, I don't like the one for the Xbox because of the limited number of characters, but you played the one on the PC, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've played it on the PC, so you like all the characters. It's a MOBA, for those of you that don't know.
I do play the Xbox 360. I mean, some of the new characters are actually new on the main game on there, so this is, I think, is a test. Like, all the new characters are
No, it's just because the reason why there's no characters, as many characters on the Xbox 360 is because...
they can't handle it.
Well, no, because you have to pay... The developer has to pay Xbox to push a patch. And rather than pay the developer money every time there's a patch... It's just cheaper to do it on the computer, on the PC. So that's some games are not as developed on the console compared to the PC version.
But the console has some great characters that are on there that I really like on this as well.
Splendor was number 7. That's a board game. What do you like about Splendor?
It's very easy. I mean, it's a little complicated, but it's more of your management, get gems and buy. And then it's the cool thing that you can buy gems to get the higher gems. You buy the cards, they have gems already on the card. So you can use those gems plus the gems you get from there to get better cards.
Yeah.
And then you can stack up.
It's a progression, yeah, I agree. Splendor is one of my favorite games. Number 6, Star Wars Armada. I'm
a big Star Wars fan. I love the lore behind it. Like, all the big ships. I'm a fan of Superstar Destroyer, Death Stars, all those.
We don't have any of those for Star Wars Armada. But we have the Victory, we have the Imperial Star Destroyers, we've got the... Calamari Cruiser, we've got the...
Cows,
the Corellian Corvette.
Yeah,
Nebula Knee
Frigate. We also have the Gladiator, Imperial Raider, and a few of the others. Millennium Falcon we have, and Slave One.
I kind of like the little ship mechanics too.
Yeah, I like those.
Even though it's not X-Wing that way.
Yeah.
They're in squads as opposed to individual ships.
But it's nice. I'm all about like your interdictor that's new. I kind of want to try that. There's a gravity well thing that they come with it that I want to try.
Yeah, eventually we'll get those. Yeah. They're expensive. And it's a tabletop miniatures game, by the way. Number 5, Rebellion. That's a board game. I've listed this too. Board game. It's a huge game. It is a very huge game.
Like that is. It's one of the. I haven't seen like the video game at all. But that is actually a really cool... It's kind of like an X-Wing, but you get to control planets. You get to be the Empire or the Rebels and basically spread out. Control planets. Manage your resources.
It's like Star Wars X-Wing, but on a larger scale.
Yeah.
But you're not controlling the nitty-bitty ships, but you are rolling dice for the combat.
Yeah, and you can build a Death Star. Like, multiple Death Stars.
That's cool. Number 4 is Empire at War. That's a video game. There's the Gold Edition, which has the pirate faction in it. Or the Forces of Corruption is the name of the expansion. But you're familiar with the core game.
Yeah, Rebels versus the It's a base build. Well, it's sort of a base builder, but it's against a amount of person or how many you have. Depends.
It's a war game between the Rebels and the Imperials.
You have to manage resources in order to get more ships.
Yeah, it's like Star Wars Rebellion, the board game, where you've got planets and you're building buildings on said planets, trying to get money, that kind of thing. Fun fact: Star Wars Rebellion, the video game, is very much like Star Wars Empire War. It's only the Empire at War is newer. Number 3, Supreme Commander 2.
Same thing as Empire War. It's similar, but it's actually one of the best. I love the cooperative way of it, but the skirmish mode. I love the skirmish mode because there's a new one called Infinite War mode that's on the Xbox. You can do is, instead of having an end time, so in case you do want opponents, but you can try out every single structure. You can try them out to see what you want.
I like Supreme Commander 2 because it's one of the easier RTS games to play.
Yeah,
it's easier than Supreme Commander 1. 1 is a little bit more complicated, but and a pinch 2 is like a great casual RTS, I think.
It's just.
But I like being able to bubble up with shields.
Yeah.
You can put shield generators down.
You get
artillery.
There's new experimentals. You can actually launch them half baked. So whatever percent they're at, you can launch them immediately, but they become more experimental. That's kind of a cool mechanic.
Number 2 is Left 4 Dead 2.
Favorite. It's the best zombie game you can get in Lamar. It's one of the unique games not many games do this. It's called Director. AI Director. It means that the game will interchange on the maps of the campaign. It's like there's a new game similar to that called Warhammer End Times Vermintide, which is a Warhammer universe, but it's similar to that. It's actually very similar.
Left 4 Dead 2 was one of the first games out there to really drive the cooperative online feel of a survival game like that. I agree.
There's a versus mode, which is kind of cool, where you get to beat the zombies and attack the survivors, try to prevent them from winning. Which there's not really a point to the game. You literally just go to a safe house, go to a safe house, and just shoot a bunch of zombies. You have your own area. It's just a lot of fun to play. I play it all the time on the Xbox. It's just a fun pastime.
I agree. It's a good game. I just wish there were more weapons.
Yeah.
And then number 1, X-Wing, Star Wars X-Wing, the tabletop game.
X-Wing miniatures.
Yeah.
Favorite. I'm a big lore of the fan. I love the small ships. The game is perfect. It's I love the game. It's because it's expensive. It's a lot of time. But it's fun building the different combinations. There's all these different upgrades. You have their special abilities that combine. There's a new one I found on the Decimator. That there's a card that gives you evade dice. Decimator is 0 dice. But you can one of the pilots give him extra defense. He gets on agility immediately when he gets damaged.
So what he's saying is, the Decimator starts at 0 agility, which is 0 defense dice.
The pilot...
And then there's special abilities that you can get to increase that number.
Yeah, the pilot. One of the pilots, when the Decimator...
Izane Izzard or whatever.
Yeah, that's the upgrade card. The main pilot card...
Is that Ken Kirk, maybe?
No, it's Admiral thing.
Admiral Sheridan?
No, it's a 6 skill pilot skill.
I thought it was Ken Kirk. Okay, I thought Ken Kirk was the...
But difference. He does when he's has no shields and 1 hull damage, he gets 1 agility immediately. He gets 1 evade immediately.
Once his shield is down.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. And then there's Cavill, the new Scum and Villainy faction. I love that.
For the Y-Wing.
Yeah, the Y-Wing, his special ability is a turret. And there's a new turret on the Ghost, which is I watch a Rebel show called the Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, which is the Ghost with Hera and all of them. But the dorsal turret has a range 1 to 3, 2 attack dice. But at range 1, it gets that 1. It's the only turret that gets, or any secondary weapon that gets the range 1 bonus. Cavill increases that, so it gets 3 attack dice, range 1 to 3 on a Y-wing, plus range 1 4.
Wow.
So basically, it gets a powerful Y-wing, and then there's some new ships that they're now putting the old Republic ships into now X-wing and the new Force Awakens. Even Rogue One they're doing already.
Rogue One? It's not even out yet. Okay, sorry about that. My camera cut out, losing battery power, so I got to make this quick. You didn't miss much. It was just us talking about Rogue One and our excitement for the upcoming movies. But just to recap, the top 10 games for Vinnie 2016. Zombie Dice, board game. Dungeon Defenders, video game. Awesomenauts, video game. Splendor, board game. Star Wars Armada, board game. Rebellion, board game. Empire at War, video game. Supreme Commander 2, video game. Left 4 Dead 2, video game. And X-Wing, board game. It's important to note that this is not a best of list. You can't say something is the best of something unless you've played all of the games in the series and just available to everyone in general. So it's just keep that in the back of your mind. There may be some games that we haven't played or that he hasn't played, that, might have made this list had he done so. So there you go. Hopefully you found this list enjoyable. Any honorable mentions you want to mention real quick?
Tropico.
Tropico is a good game. I wanted to mention Tropico on my list because I love it so much, but you like Tropico because you like the city building.
Yeah, I like Tropico. I tried Tropico 4. I played.
You played Tropico 4. You really like it.
He introduced me to it.
Yeah, I did. That's what dads do. They introduce awesome games to their kids. So yeah, top 10 games for 2016. This is Vince and Vinnie Jr. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
May the force be with you.
Yeah, may the force be with you.
They live long and prosper.
Yeah, there you go.